Isn't this a great story? The Foshay Choir is a perfect example of the kind of program we need spread all across America. Wonderful kids come together, they learn from each other, they mentor each other, they teach each other. Each one is responsible for the other, and collectively they're all responsible for the performance of the choir. And they're able to do this because adults are in their lives, caring, responsible adults who give their time, talent, and treasure to help these young people, to encourage them, to give them a sense of purpose, to tell them that they are important, to tell them that we care for them. And as a result of this kind of program, you take kids who might have been on a path to nowhere, a path to unemployment, a path perhaps to jail, and you move them in the right direction so that they all finish high school, and so many of them go to college and finish college. It isn't brain surgery. It's rather simple. We either provide that kind of nurturing, mentoring environment for our youngsters, or they'll go find it in the street. And this is an example of the kind of program that does that, and does it splendidly and successfully.
What they had in common was that they were all people who cared enough about kids to become mentors. And they all brought, in their different ways, talents that would engage these kids. They were interesting to the kids. Shaquille obviously was interesting. I mean, he's quite a man. And they obviously looked up to him in every sense of the word. But the same thing I think you'd have to say about Tom Sturgis. Now, initially, there wasn't the same kind of identification because every young kid thinks that he's going to be a hoop star. Well, a lot of people didn't expect that Tom Sturgis, who didn't live in the community, would be willing to come to the Foshay Learning Center, wouldn't just come and visit and then disappear. But when he came back, many times when he recruited a choir, he not only made himself convincing to them, but they felt that they were changing, and he made themselves convincing to themselves.